Hey guys, got to another YouTube video, and I got the Graves God, pretty much everything you need to get at least Master Plus. I've played this champion for a long time. I haven't played him in like that much in recent years because I feel like he's been pretty weak. But you know, ever since they've been buffing him since last season, yeah, I've been playing a lot more, and I feel like right now he's legit broken. If you guys do know me or you don't, I play a lot of different champions. I'm very much a carry jungler, and I love playing Kindred. I'm more known for playing Kindred on this channel. But right now, I always said before that Kindred was stronger than Graves. Because Graves, it's a skill matchup, both sides, but both champs are very similar in how they want to play. But right now, Graves is a lot stronger than Kindred, so I'm going to be more Graves focused on this channel and play Kindred whenever I think it is good in the draft. So yeah, I'll give you guys everything I know. I used to play this champion back in Season 8, Season 9 when I was Challenger. I've been Challenger since Season 7, and I've always had Graves and Kindred in my champ pool, so I know how to play this style of champion very well. I'm a very good marksman player. So, hope you guys learn a lot. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. And yeah, hope you guys learn a lot from this guide. Okay, so his identity as a champion is he's a carry jungler. So you want to farm a lot, you want to make sure you're hitting your breakpoints. And of course you can invade, and those are ways to get a lot more gold than usual. So you want to make sure you're always farming efficiently, whether it's your camps, enemy camps, or enemy champions. That is just how you want to think on this champion. So his pros and cons, it's pretty simple. He's a carry jungler. He's pretty self-sufficient actually. His smokescreen is a very insane ability that allows him to, be able to make space or even to be able to make space, yeah, like for himself or for his teammates. And his passive or his grid passive is very OP. It gives you a lot of magic resist, a lot of armor. It makes it very tanky. Usually he's very weak into AP junglers and versus champions that just chain CC him over and over to where he just can't play the game and get his grid stacks and be able to just space you. So for shards, you want to take attack speed always adaptive, and you want to see if they have enough CC, so usually 3 to 4 plus, to where it's justified to take the tenacity shard. Otherwise, you want to take the HP shard. I like taking fly HP, but you can take scale HP if you want. So for runes, there's two set of runes you can take. It's Fleet Footwork with Triumph, and you can take Alacrity or Bloodline, depending on which one you like. And you can go Coup or Cut Down. I like taking Coup more because I like to invade in the early game. So there's a lot of options you can take for secondary runes. You can go Inspiration. You can take Turbo Tonic with Jack of all trades, Free Boost with Jack of all trades. If you want to play Triforce, that's usually when I would take Jack of all trades in general. Or you can go Cashback Triple Tonic if you want to have a lot of money and stats. It's my preference when I play Graves. Or you can go Free Boots Cosmic. Domination is pretty good too. You can take Sun Impact with Treasure Hunter or Relentless, depending on what you want. Another set of runes you can take is Resolve. If you want to be very tanky, it's really good into comps that have heavy dive to where you can take Conditioning and Unflinching. So high CC, high dive, it's really good to take these kind of runes. You can go Sorcery secondary too if you want to have a lot more scaling. I think if I'm playing, if you play Bruiser Graves, I would say you should take Transcendence Gathering. If you're playing Glass Cannon, you should play Absolute Gathering. Runes, Dark Harvest. This is the last rune page you can take. There's only two setups, Fleet or Dark Harvest. With Dark Harvest, you want to take Sun Impact, and you want to take Sixth Sense, or, dude, I forgot the other one, what the other one was called. But when I play Domination, I like to all in on the rune page. This is a very feast or famine kind of rune page, so I like taking Sixth Sense for invading, and just knowing where their award can be. Even though the other rune has a lot more value throughout the game, I like playing for my early game and just getting cheese invades off, so I can snowball. And Dark Harvest is a very snowball-y rune. The more stacks you have, the more damage you will do. So usually I'll take Treasure Hunter so I can hit my item spec faster, to get Yumus, to get Hubris, and such. Relentless Hunter is also good if you're not planning to buy Yumus. Secondary, there's not many options to take when you take Dark Harvest. You really want to take Precision usually. It is the most preferred rune set because it is really strong in the early game. And you want to have more early game runes because this is a very feast or famine rune tree. Otherwise, you can try runes like Triple Tonic Cashback, but you lack attack speed, which might be annoying for you. Or you can go Free Boots Cosmic, but I would say you should always take Triumph Alacrity And if you don't really care about the attack speed, you should take Triple Tonic Cashback. I think Free Boots Cosmic is not that strong right now. So for jungle pets, there's 3 choices. My most preferred is Red Smite because the slow is very insane for you to chase down people, and the damage is very nice. And to me, Red Smite is very strong in this season, as needing to be more tankier, having more moon speed, I think is kind of fake. Personally, I feel like if you play good League, Red Smite is very OP, and you don't need the extra tankiness or extra MS from the other jungle pets. So for summoner spells, I mean, Flash is the best spell you can take. You can run Ghost into low CC comps. I like taking it in the Olaf matchup because I can match Ghost to Ghost. If you know an enemy champion can take Ghost, it's not bad to like match it. It's actually pretty nice. You can go with runes like Ignite or Exhaust if you want to be very cheesy, very creative. I think Ignite is kind of a noob. It's not that insane. I think Exhaust is very OP into certain matchups. It's like taking Exhaust on Karthus into like Assassins. They can't really kill you. You can use the same theory on Graves. Hey guys, so if you guys didn't know, I have 3 channels. And every channel has their specific purpose for the viewer. The main channel, as you see here, is our channel where it will have all your, tier lists, jungle tier lists, and it will have educational guides, on every champion, and I will have some gameplay for specifically Kindred, Kha'zix, maybe Graves. Champions are mostly, more watched on this channel. And then I have other channels that will have different uses. So we have Kaido Jungle, coaching, which is actually a channel where I'll be posting every single coaching session, every single like kind of VOD review, and sometimes I'll be VOD reviewing people high on the ladder, whether it's in EU West, Korea, North America. If they're very good players, it'll be using good strats that you guys can use yourselves in your elo. I will be dissecting them and helping you guys learn what they do different. And then now we have a 3rd channel, which is going to be in the works. Right now, it was a VOD channel, but I'm going to swap it into a very educational gameplay channel. I'll have a lot of different kind of video concepts that will be uploaded here. Well, I'll be uploading a lot of, Silver to Diamond series. It's not actually played in those elos. It's going to be played in Diamond Master, because I'm going to be ranking up accounts. But basically, just to show you what you should be doing, what you should be focusing on while playing specific champions and how to learn them. And then, other challenges would be like Nuzlocke. Some will be, fill to challenger, firewall to challenger. We're going to do that eventually on this channel. So, give it a follow. Give every channel a follow. If you guys want specific type of content, every channel should be able to, help you out in some type of way. Either way, thanks for watching like usual. Thanks for the support, and let's get on with the video. So the first build on Graves is the most standard build where you play Yumu's, Collector, LDR, and then you buy your crit items / defensive items. It's very good if you want to really hard carry the game. You can do the same setup while playing with Hubris, which I'll show you later on. Now we have Stormrazor. This is only possible when you get a BF sword first recall. If you don't, it's not worth building. You're not buying Slingshot Longsword, buddy. Relax. You must get BF sword first recall, and you want to buy IE, LDR, and then finish off your build with more crit, and then buy BT endgame. So also, another thing to keep in mind, make sure to think about buying Swifties, as you will feel pretty slow because of the no U moves. Stormrazor 2.0, it's where you go Stormrazor Collector, LDR IE. This is probably the highest damage possible while playing Graves, and it's pretty fun to play. I mean, it's just a for fun build, to be honest. I put it for fun builds and consistent builds in this guide. Bruiser. This is the Triforce version of Bruiser. You go Triforce Cleaver, and then you buy whatever is good into the enemy team. Sometimes it could be Shards Sky, Ma, DD. Honestly, the Witsend is kind of for fun, but it actually doesn't feel that bad because it also gives you more Jack of all trade stacks, and it's pretty nice to have extra tenacity if you want to go Tabai Witsend combo. It's the same thing you do on Kindred. And you can buy items like Jackshow in late game, which really make you unkillable on this champion. You just buy whatever is good into enemy team, pretty much. My preferred items when I do this build is Triforce into Cleaver. I buy Shards Sky, and then I look to buy DD, Jackshow, BT to finish off my build. Triforce crit. I mean, this is pretty much crit build, but with Triforce, pretty self-explanatory. Triforce is a very good first item because you can use the stats from every single stat. The item components are also really good. The phage is really nice to have. you prioritize buying the Phage and the Hearthbound Axe always, not the Sheen. And yeah, you just buy crit items. So you're very hard to kill, and you're able to really stick onto people because you are tankier and you have extra MS to be on top of them. Triforce Sky. So I only do this when I feel like I need to buy higher damage items after my 2 item. So basically, I let Triforce Sky make me very hard to kill, and I just keep playing for camps over and over, and then I spike my items with crit items, which will help me, scale and just be very OP later on in the game. Crit items are the best items you can buy for damage later on. So yeah, in those kind of games where it's pretty hard to play early on, so you kind of buy the HP items, and then you buy very high damage items to be able to carry the game. Glass Cannon. So this is where you rush Collector first item, and you go full crit, and then you end your build with BT. You want to go Dark Harvest with this build. You're basically playing for the highest damage possible, and usually I feel like you would do this kind of build where you have 3 losing lanes, and the game is so ruined. Like, you have to randomly carry the game, so you just prioritize buying the best, just getting to your full 100% crit. You can do the same theory, you can have the same kind of mindset while playing with Hubris, because if you randomly come back with stacks, you do a lot of damage. This is just another variant of it, where you just buy your crit items, you get 2, 3, 4 crit items, and if you're able to hit them, you will one-shot them, basically. So these Bruiser builds, I kind of started them in Korea, I feel like. I mean, I was doing before anyone else. This is one of the first Bruiser builds I was abusing before I started building Triforce. Basically, you go Sundersky. You want to make sure you have triple tonic in your setup, because the point of this build is that you will get to Sundersky, or your components, and when you take a fight and you pop the potion, the second potion that gives you a lot of adaptive AD, if you snowball off that fight, you will get a lot of components to hit your second item pretty much as soon as possible, and you'll be unkillable. That's the point of this build. It is a very snowbally build when you get after your first item. If you get to your second item as soon as possible, you will be very hard to kill in this type of game. Hubris Bruiser. This is the best build to do on this patch, hands down. If you're not doing this build in the games where it's good, you are trolling. Hubris is so cheap to buy right now. It's 2,800 gold currently on what is it? Patch 6, 26. Oh no, 26 or season 16, 2026, the 5th patch of the season. It is so cheap to buy. You should always buy Hubris over Umu's, I feel like, this patch, in my opinion. So Hubris into Cleaver, Sundersky is very OP to do, and you just buy whatever you need in the game. And you are very hard to kill. You scale very hard with these items. For noob carry. Remember how I was talking about how you rush your crit items so you can carry 3 losing lanes? This is another version of it. You go Hubris Collector LDR, and then you keep buying crit items, and you just have to carry your losing team. Hubris is a very good item while snowballing, or even a comeback item, because if you ever get stacks, you just do a shit ton of damage. So it's just a really fun OP item to buy in current day League of Legends, or just in general. Whenever you can buy it, you should try to buy it. So this is a way to play Hubris too, where you go Triforce. I'm a very big fan of Triforce on Graves, as I think it gives him everything he really needs to be able to play the game. And then you want to go crit with this kind of item, because you need a lot more heavy damage. And LDR, if you go Mortal or the Lord Dominates, whichever one is better in that game, it's very nice to be able to just round out your build in terms of damage, and then you just keep buying crit items. It makes you very hard to kill, and it's very fun to play if you have good mechanics. Crit with Grudge. So this is a kind of unique build where you buy basically all crit items that don't include Last Whisper, and then for your Last Whisper, you buy Grudge, as you just buy crit items that might be better in that game, and then you feel like there might be an armor issue, you buy a Grudge to, for some armor pen, and then you run out your build with BT. The point of this build is just to build. I mean, it's a pretty fun build to do if you want, but yeah, it's chill. I mean, you buy pretty fun crit items, and you can kind of pretty much space glide on them as Graves. Profane Graves is really good right now, in my opinion, because it allows you to farm anything. You can farm enemy camps, your camps very fast. So it's a very good build in terms of tempo. Graves' best items are buying Hubris and Profane first. They're very strong in current meta. Yumu's to me is very weak currently. I think it's only very good on Assassins. Being at a place sooner for tempo is not necessary on Graves. Stats matter on Graves, because you will lack damage if you buy Yumus. So it's better to buy items like Profane and Hubris, which have a lot of useful stats that help you be able to scale into the game. Profane Bruiser. So this is just the Bruiser version of Profane. You want to go Cleaver, and then you buy whatever is good into enemy team. What I would build, it would be Cleaver, and I would look to buy Jaxo BT. Highest priority, I would say. And yeah, you just farm a lot on this build. You need to make sure you're getting to level 13 quite fast so you can abuse your tankiness from your E stacks. This is the flexible kind of Hubris build. So to me, I think when you're playing Hubris, I think Triforce is kind of weak with it. I feel like Sundersky and Cleaver are way better as items, as they actually make you really hard to kill. I think Triforce is kind of on the higher damage side on the tanky items, but yeah, I think Sundersky Cleaver are way stronger if you want to be lower tankier and just have a bit more damage. And you basically will buy crit items, and actually you don't need to go crit to be honest, but I think I put LDR here personally because I think it's all the damage you really need when you play Graves with Hubris. And then you just buy Bruiser items that make you hard to kill. Jaxo is one of the best items you can buy on this champion. You want to buy 4th or 5th ideally, so your build should look like Hubris, Sundersky with a Last Whisper item, and then you look to buy Jaxo into BT, and you're very hard to kill in the game. Okay, this is my Graves matchup guide. So, I don't know what else to really put here, not gonna lie. But to me, Graves as a champion is very strong in of its own. It's just that you kind of need to know how to build versus specific team comps usually. But in terms of the individual 1v1, like a lot of matchups are actually like pretty chill, especially AD matchups. But AP matchups are usually where you will struggle against more. But because they brought back a lot of they brought back the magic resist in Z. Like he's still pretty tanky against AP champions, but he still should like struggle. So champs like Karthus have always done good into Graves just because Karthus farms faster in Graves, and the way Graves fights, it's really easy for Karthus just to show him. Like you just do too much damage to him. Graves will always struggle against AP champions just because he's like Wukong in a way. Like he doesn't have a lot of magic resist and like ways to really deal with it. I'm also pretty sure like their base magic resist is just like bad. Well, I might just be waffling to be honest, but some champions are like that. Like if you didn't know, like Talon versus Ahri matchup, because I used to be a Talon player. Ahri has one of the lowest base on base armor in the game. That's why Talon does really well into Katarina, or into Ahri. Sorry, Talon into Ahri. So, Karthus will be a hard matchup. You really want to go Profane ideally, or you're like snowballing and you hit Hubris pretty early in this matchup, so you're able to keep them in farm, and you just make sure you cycle your camp slots. In terms of early level 1, level 2, level 3 invading, you cannot really invade level 3, but you can level 2 and level 1 invade, and it will make the game kind of good for you because him running around for camps is not bad because now like you have a Karthus who's not able to full clear, which is the champion's strength, and it's easy for you to kind of deal with him when he's running around with not being full HP, and just like you're able to catch him off guard than if he full clears and just runs at you when he finishes clear like 20 seconds faster than you do, pretty much. So yeah, early invading is pretty good into Karthus. I would say you should probably force it every game. Fighting him on his buff level 1, and you can easily fight him off with E and Fleet Footwork, or just doing level 2 invade and just walking in his jungle, and yeah, raw dogging that. Aatrox, I think, is pretty easy to play against, just because you're able to dodge his abilities pretty well. If you have good spacing, and to me, Fleet Forward is the best rune on Graves, you're able to not really get hits. I mean, the only Q you should get hit by as Aatrox is the second one, maybe, if you dash the first one, but usually you should try to space the first Q, and then, dash to Q2, and then Q3, I mean, if you just have good spacing, it's pretty hard for him to land usually, I would say. So it's all about spacing, to be honest. Though, and then if you do end up getting like cheesed, like he's in the bush and you're walking into him, well, at that point, I mean, just make sure you're not getting pulled in and getting hit by Q3 for free. Just make sure you're able to dash at least his Q2 and then like just space his Q3 and just don't get hit by the middle, pretty much. And make sure in this matchup you think about heal cuts, as it could outplay you later on. I'm best. Actually, let's do like some random matchups. Let's just fill in a bit so I know if I need to add like a tier. Okay, Jarvan is pretty easy. As long as you know if you're being invaded, I mean, you pretty much outscale this champion. His job is to not really match you in farm, unless he's playing a lethality build. But I'm not gonna really talk about that. Like, if he's playing a lethality build, I mean, you guys are just both gonna farm whoever carries. But if he's playing like more like team oriented kind of setup, I mean, his job is just to fuck with their laners, and then you just make sure you're farming very well, and you try to counter gank his plays. Play for Drakes if you can while he's ganking. Play for objectives. Play for camp leads, and then you just want to have an item advantage on him, and to where like you're able to carry the game. Pretty much it's. Amumu is probably just annoying, just because he has a lot of CC. I mean, Graves gets kind of like screwed over crowd control. If he can't move, he can't play the game. Of course, you were able to run Tenacity Shard into Amumu, so it's not that bad. So I would suggest you do run that. And otherwise, you're pretty sure you should just be able to raw dog invade him, level 1 and level 2. Nothing you can do about it. He's not really that strong. You cut him very easily, and then you just play for camp lead rest of the game. Evelyn, to me personally, is very easy. This champion is so weak. It literally doesn't do dude, this champ doesn't do damage, man. Like seriously, like I swear the only way Evelyn players even win nowadays is if they like randomly get spoon fed like 50 kills, which is like so unrealistic in most games, or they're level 2 cheesing every game. Like you start Raptors and you run in your jungle level 2. Like it's literally the only way to play this champion. It's completely coin flip, just like Shaco. So talking about Shaco, like dude, Shaco is also easy. I mean, it's another coin flip champion. Am I blind? Where are you? You fucking... Yeah. Another coin flip champion. Easy matchup. Only way you ever lose to a Shaco is if he like RNG invades you and it works, or he just feeds off your laners. So I would suggest to you, when you play against champs like this, you play the level 1. Your champ's strong level 1, take advantage of it. Invade them. And then you will slow down the early game to where it's good for you, because now you can kind of track them, and then you just play for your camps, and then you will have pretty much a rough idea where they will be throughout the game, in the early game, and then you're able to counter gank and keep playing for their camps, which is also the same case for Rek'sai. I'm telling you, a lot of matchups are really funny to play. Like you kind of just force your invade. Like Rek'sai, every time I'm versus Rek'sai, literally every time I will walk to the red buff level 1. I don't give a shit. Every single time I'm versus Rek'sai, I will walk in there and fight for him on the Raptors. So I won't level up an ability. I'll just walk in the Raptors, or maybe if my ability rewards it, so I know his start, I'll contest him on it, or I just go, you're the one to start the red. And if they start the other side, I mean, that's good for me, because gankers need red buff more than anything, not blue buff. So I deny them a quadrant and make them start running around, and I force them to one side the map, which is very good for me, because now I know where they are. And then if my laners respect, or I can counter gank, that's good for me. That's good for my game, because my champ will always outscale. Graves will always outscale these kind of champions in the jungle. It's just that the early game can always go their way sometimes, just because they will just cheese gank or do some shitty cheese invade, and if it works out, the game will be slightly in their favor, and it's hard for you to try to recover right away. Like you have to like kind of like farm a bit, and then eventually you're able to like kind of punish them, but it's just annoying to play. Elise, another well, I don't think it's easy. No, that's pretty easy. Take Tenacity Shard and just play level 1 again. To me, it's just like Rek'sai. If you slow down their early game, these champions don't scale as well as Graves. You will do better with items than they will ever do. So I tend to play level 1 a lot, quite hard. And I think it's something you guys should really pick up when you play Graves. Okay, Kha'zix is a skill matchup. People think this champion's weak, but I think it's just the people who are just noob at this champion. I play this champion at its strongest and at its weakest points, and I'm still challenger if I OTP him pretty easily. It's not hard to hit challenger on this champion if you have very good decision and good macro decision making. So the real skill thing about this matchup is not being able to randomly get invaded and knowing your breakpoints of when you can kind of beat him pretty much. If you don't get invaded, I mean, you will pretty much like semi outscale him when you buy your first item with Tabas and your second component for yours, or your first component for your second item. And it's very hard for him to kill you pretty much. Like he needs to have some kind of like gold advantage on you, so he has enough damage to make up for the armor that you have for free in your kits, pretty much. So it's like in a way a skill matchup. Another skill matchup is actually Kindred. I do think right now that Kindred is actually pretty weak. I think Graze has gotten too much love, but of course this god, I mean, you probably can use it all year long because you never know if Kindred will get buffed. But this matchup, Kindred vs Graves, it's just whoever pretty much has the advantage on the other, like in terms of like game tempo, because whoever has like the slight item advantage or like is able to get to places before the other guy and fight them will usually win. Like it's whoever has like the first hit, the first play, pretty much. So you need to make sure you know if you get invaded, and whoever has the item lead will pretty much win. It's very skill heavy. Whoever's better at playing the volatility, or maybe it could be team diff, but sometimes. But of course, like it's slightly even. Like whoever plays the volatility better will usually end up winning in this matchup. Kayn is very easy no matter which form he goes because I mean the champion literally can't deal with you starting from level 1. Like he, even when he has forms, I mean it's hard for him to kill you usually. I mean Blue King can kill you when he hits like 4 items with like Glass Whisper, but that's like a long time in the game. Like he needs to give a snowball. So my suggestion is that you just play level 1. Like it's kind of funny, like all the easy champs you just kind of play level 1 because like they're pretty weak, I would say, and your champion is kind of like OP, so you just run at them and you just fight them. And same thing you can do against Kha'Zix too. Actually, you should try to play level 1 because Kha'Zix is not really that good in the first 3 levels until he levels up. Well, until he levels up his E, he's not really a champion. He can't really fight you because you can cut him. So you want to just force your strength level 1 and just push him out of the jungle and just delay his game. And you just play for Camblies, you run around, play for Dirk Spike, and just take over the game. Okay, Ivern is actually more on the easy side, but it's still annoying because you never know if you get team gapped. Ivern's just like a team gap champ, I swear, but the thing you can do is just start his jungle level 1 and then like you just fight him. Like you're gonna be level 2, he's gonna be level 1, you just push him out, take his HP, and then you just run around for camps and play for your jungle pet. You pretty much are just playing for your jungle pet when you're invading a lot too, because like the point is just to, you know, as long as you get Dirk first recall, that's fine, or even like just some long swords, and then you just keep playing for camps, and then eventually you might have a slight smite advantage where you have 1000 smite and he doesn't, and then you just keep playing for camps. That's basically how you want to think about invading. And I'll do a whole like kind of series, a whole like a shit ton of outputs for you guys to kind of abuse, because Graves is a very OP level 1 invading champion, level 2 invading champion, level 3 invading champion, so you guys should really take advantage of that when you are playing Graves. Mundo has to be hard, no? I don't know if you heard that. What the fuck? Something wrong with my nose. I'm pretty sure Mundo is hard matchup just because one, he's actually strong, level 1. Like his cleaver actually hurts you, and also he clears too fast. And I feel like you can never really kill him. I think the only way you kind of win Mundo matchup is if like you're just incredibly fucking fed out for whatever reason, and he can't out tank you pretty much. But I do feel like in the stable game, he is happy as a Mundo. I feel like if he just buys Randuins and just like stares at you with cleavers, I think you have a rough time getting onto him. So, yeah. Okay. Leesin, hard or skill? I mean, I think this champion. I mean, this champion when it's OP is like the king of like everything. Like he can literally do every job. It's just that he doesn't like every job in the early mid game, but he just scales like shit late game. Because like I mean in the 5v5 setting, like he just excels in skirmishes like very well, right? And he can do any objective, he can fight you. Like it's just like very insane early game champion. It's like if you want to get a lead on him, it's or advantage on him, it's like kind of on him to mess up, or you have like a team gap. Because in a straight 1v1, like he will mess you up, man. Like it's actually impossible like to play against if he is equal skill level and he actually like plays fights well early game. So you kind of just have to play to outscale it, pretty much. Okay, I know what to put for the tier. I remember now. Um. Okay. Hecarim. Favorite for you. Because the only advantage Hecarim has on a Graves is like his clearing is decent. But the thing is like his level 1 is bad. So again, just invade. And just make sure you are buying Last Whisper or Cleaver pretty early on in the game because you know he's pretty tanky, I would say, when he gets levels and points on his W. So make sure to buy your Moral Reminder or getting an early Cleaver so you can run him down like a dog. And yeah. Rengar is easy to play against. He doesn't have damage to kill you. And what's funny is like usually Rengars are kind of like the king of like stat checking, but your champ has too much armor. So if you have grid stacks, you have like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's like whatever one, 6, 7, you will out tank everything he can do. It doesn't matter he has 4 stack. It literally doesn't. And there's a way to actually maintain your grid stacks to the crap. Which I can maybe show in another video. You can do it on both sides. Yeah, you can pretty much do it on both sides. I was like thinking about it for a second because I did on both sides already, so I can show you guys that later on. But yeah, you're pretty tanky as a Graves in early levels. So Echo is also easy. I mean, to me, Echo as a champion is just useless if he doesn't get early kills, because if it's an assassin that needs to snowball, and if he doesn't snowball, he doesn't have damage to one-shot you if it's a stable game. So just make sure he doesn't get early plays. You can invade him early too if you want. He's on that strong early levels, and if you get a slight advantage on him, he can't breathe. Same thing with Fizz. I feel like these champions really need kills in early game. It's kind of like Talon too. Also talking about Talon. Like these two champions, especially Evelyn too, need kills in early game. Otherwise, they don't really have damage to kill, like deal with you as Graves. They're very easy to fight. Talon, all you have to do is dodge his W2, which is very easy, and you can actually like straight up tank him a lot of the time. The only time it's annoying this match is if he takes Ignite, because he actually has enough damage to kill you with Ignite in some cases, but usually, yeah, if he doesn't get early kills and like he's not, if it's like an even kind of game or you're slightly ahead, I mean, he just can't breathe pretty much. Like he really needs kills to be able to function versus Graves. Graves is a very annoying champion to play against. I'm telling you, like he's one of the tankiest, most like 1v9 champions there is in the jungle world. Yeah, this matchup is only hard if you have 0 CC. If you have 0 CC, it's literally impossible to deal with the Mastery. Otherwise, he's the easiest champion to deal with if you have CC. So, but individually 1v1 though, he will run you down. Like you can't, like he actually shits on you. The only way to outplay him is if you W on top of his sword and you overwall and you just cut out his ult and like you just play with your team. That's the only way. Briar, easy as hell to play against. I don't know how people play Kindred and Graves and struggle against a champ like Briar, because all you have to do is make sure you dodge the E, with the the ability that pushes you up against the wall and does a lot of damage, and that's it. Just don't int your mobility spell and just space it. You only should use your mobility spell when you need to reposition. The only time you need to reposition for Zabriar is when they're trying to E you. You don't need to reposition when they Q onto you. You don't. You can also play away from walls. Because if he just E's you and doesn't go hit you up against a wall, who cares? Okay? So, Briar is very easy to play against. Nidalee is a skill matchup because, again, Graves doesn't deal with AB champions that well. 2, both champions farm very well, and Nidalee is able to poke out Graves pretty easily. It's a pretty skill matchup. In Korea, they play both sides very well because, I mean, people are just very practiced on this champion. I'll willingly play this matchup, even currently, right now, even though Graves is so OP, just because Nidalee has ways to deal with it, putting champs in bushes, chunking out the Graves, and she can also play the level 1 very well. She's a very good level 1 champion too. She can deal with you. She has a mind volatility also. There's a champion that wants to skirmish also just like Graves and play the early mid game. Jax is more favorite for you. Of course, Jax has his little E ability where, like, I mean, he can't be autoed, but if you just cut him well, use your smoke screen well, use your E well, you can cut him pretty hard. Just cut out his E and then you just run him down. Should I put Malphite on hard? Because, like, to be honest, like, it's not even the 1v1 as annoying. It's just like when he hits 6, you can't play the game as Graves. You just can't play the game. Like, he just has an ultimate and the E ability that where you just are not allowed to play League of Legends. It's just cringe as hell. Like, if someone locks in Malphite drama. So, to me, like, the one thing you want to do against Malphite is just play to farm and just have more items than him. Because this champion will try to gank your team. Just try to counter gank and try to profit off his mistakes. And just play for camp leads. That's pretty much all you have to do. But so, it's actually like kind of 60-40, I would say. I mean, I don't know. Actually, no, I don't know. Malphite's just annoying to play against. It's like a ganking driller, but on like steroids, to be honest. So, it's kind of like, yeah. Bel'Veth, this champion, just like the others, needs to cheese level 1, needs to make the game volatile, needs to snowball. Your champion is also strong level 1, so don't be afraid. Fight them. And defend your farm. Defend your camps. Be that farmer defending their farm. Don't let the burglars steal your shit. Fend them off. I hope that's a good analogy, not a lie. I feel like it is. I just came up with it. Like, it's kind of true though. Like, you want to like defend your camps, and you can because like you're a guy with the shotgun. Holy shit, that's low-key I'm cooking. If anyone like that, you know, let me know down in the comments below. Like, low-key I'm just like giggling inside my head, like just thinking about it. And it's like 8 a.m. in the morning. I'm just thinking about that. Oh my god, what's wrong with you, man? Yeah, I'm recording this at 8 a.m. because I really want to get this Graves guide out for you guys. So much love to whoever comments down below. I appreciate you. Fiddle. I think it's like just annoying to play against to me. Just like I mean, some of these matchups are also annoying, but they're like pretty easy to deal with. But Fiddle is like, I think, okay, I haven't invaded level 1 Fiddle as Graves yet, but I'm pretty sure he just out heals your damage. But I do think though, if you invade him early levels and you make him start running around for camps, and he's like a level 3 Fiddle, but sometimes not, sometimes they might not skill their fear because they're like 2 points W if they unexpectedly get invaded, like, and they're running around for camps. I think it's really good for you as well. No, it's really good for you as Graves because like you don't mind that. You can always like fight him and find angles to go on him and just chunk him. So I would say planning to invade early is pretty good. I'll try to see if I can play against a Fiddle where I fight him level 1, because I know if you take like PT on Kindred, Conquer on Kindred, you kind of straight up stat check the Fiddle level 1, even if he's like Wing you, so like he's using his W ability. So yeah. Olaf, honestly, so it's easy because like I mean you can cut him pretty easily. I do think though, if you play against Olaf, I think you should take Ghost. Of course, I haven't played against Olaf in a long time, but he really used to be meta like back in the day. But you should just take Ghost against him. If he pops Ghost, you pop Ghost. Simple as that, I feel like, and you can cut him pretty easily, I would say. And because you were able to dash over walls, I mean, he can't really like chase you. I mean, flashes, then you can run flash too. I mean, I think they're both good, honestly, to do. You just make sure you get heal cover at some time in the game, because like of course champion heals a lot. So oh my god, Ambessa. I think Ambessa is 60-40 just because I feel like Ambessa has a hard time just landing stuff on you because of how if you space well and use your E well, I think it's hard for her to land abilities easily. I feel like if she's even with you, like you're not easy to kill. And I think if they're not heavy diving you, the Graves as Ambessa, like whatever comp is, like I think you're very happy as Graves. And because you have your smoke screen is just so OP to deal with like melee champions, because you just have to drop on top of their forehead and you just like kite them. You space them and then like you use your E when you need to reposition. That's just how you have to think about it. So gonna be a lot of these matchups are like very much the same. Okay, I don't know. I think this champion's still OP, even after nerfs, or it's still strong at least. Maybe it's just strong, but it was a hard matchup just because she farms really fast and like she kind of like just like she's able to stick on you pretty well. I feel like the only way for her to like lose this matchup is if she misses her Q randomly, and then like you just, yeah, I mean you stash check her, because the way she fights is like she'll Q, she'll RU to EU, and then like if you try to like space her and cut away, like she would just E onto you again, and then most likely you lose all your HP. But yeah, I feel like matchups like kind of annoying to play, especially if they have a Yasuo. It's like really hard to play. But if you scale as great as you get Jackstro, you get like HP. I mean, like you're pretty hard to kill, but in early game it's pretty hard. I mean, she farms very well, and like again, usually you will struggle against AB champions all the time. Camille jungle is pretty easy to play against. I mean, it's actually like I don't know why no one's playing it, but it's actually pretty good. I'm gonna play on stream whenever I can later on after I make a lot of Graves videos, but just fight her level 1. She's very weak level 1, so just raw dog invade whichever side you want, fight her or just take her camps and make the game very volatile, which is fun for you, but it's also good for her too, and then whoever snowballs will just come out ahead in the game. And try to always, when she presses W, try to dodge it by walking. It's like try doing like a schizo move, like trying walking in and out, and you can like walk in to dodge like the end of the W is like the part that does a lot of damage. So you either walk in or you walk out. Like you just do whichever one you think is best in the moment. Okay, Lilia is okay. It's a hard matchup. Again, it's like kind of like Dana. Like you struggle against AP champions, and she's very good at farming, and like she can heal off her camps pretty well. And her ult is like it screws with you a lot. So one thing you just have to keep in mind is make sure you don't get hit by the middle part of a W. It's not, dude, you should be able to dodge it every single time unless you're literally ulted. It's not possible for you to get hit. Like you have to be very bad. Unless he's doing it from starting, if you're walking into bush and he's already in that bush cheesing you, then okay, cheers. But if you see it coming out, you should always be able to react and not get hit by the W. It's not possible. And just make sure you're not dropping camps because it's just a farm matchup. Whoever's going to be ahead in farm will come out ahead. Make sure you buy Merc Treads, or you can take the Nasty Char if it's good in that game, and just play the gold game. And both sides can carry. QSS counters are too. There's a way to play against Lilia. It's just that she scales very well into your champion because, I mean, you just take a lot of damage from her poke items. Like she usually buy like Leandries, and it's kind of annoying to deal with. Gwen is hard. I mean, it's like literally all the same. Not a lie, these three. Like, Gwen's like, okay, well, I don't think she's OP anymore, but just in case if they ever randomly buff her, because I feel like in the last like couple of years, like they randomly buff her, randomly nerf her, randomly buff her in the year. Like, I don't know what to do in this champion, but if she ever comes back in the meta, like, she will, I mean, just, her job is to scale versus you, and then eventually she will just kill you for free. So you can make the game volatile, make her run around for camps, which is better for you. Like, when a champion is a better folklore than you are, because usually those champions tend to be somewhat weak level 1. So what you want to do, you want to make the game volatile and make them start running around for camps, which is better for you because, like, you can try to capitalize on them and catch them off guard. Because, like, your champion is a lot more self-sustainable usually than theirs in most cases. So just think about that when you play to invade. And I'll try to show you guys examples either in the Vod Review section if I do have, or in, like, future videos. And you guys can always watch my stream because I usually tend to invade quite a lot whenever I can. If this champion was stronger, I think it would be in hard. But maybe it is hard. I mean, it's low-key hard because the only time you were really like able to take over versus matchup is in his first clear, where he's the most vulnerable in his first clear. So all you need to do is fuck over his game completely, level 1, level 2, or level 3. And then I mean when he gets like his abilities and his like Leandries, I mean then it's like it's kind of cringe to play against brands if he has like CC on his team. Just because like this champion doesn't require that much gold to be useful. He just needs Leandries and Rallas and he's OP. Like, and they're very cheap items and very easy to build. So like, you just want to make sure you fuck his game level 1. It only gets hard later on in the game, but it's very easy to play early on in the game because he's very vulnerable in the early stages until he gets his levels and his like components. Like he really wants Faded Ashes, he wants Haunting Guys, and then he wants to eventually hit Rallies, and then he's full blade. He doesn't need to farm anymore. His base damage is very high, so punish him level 1. Viego, I mean, you just stat check him. He literally can't deal with you. He doesn't do enough damage to be able to fight you. Vi, same thing. Can't deal with you. You can invade these champions if you want. You can play standard. They can't really kill you. It's literally team diff. Like if Vi, Talia's in the game, I mean, it's hard for you to play because they can just fanboy you and just ult you, and like there's nothing you can do about it. But in isolation 1v1, champion can never really fight you. You are just stronger and tankier. Rammus is annoying. I mean, like, what I really have to say, like, I mean, dude, he's just Rammus, man. Like, he just presses W and taunts you, and it's just like, he just says, okay, like, nice. Like, it's just annoying to play against. Like, just farm and just scale. Like, and you can invade level 1 if you want and make the game volatile. Triath is also annoying. I mean, silence, knock up. Oh my god, true damage E, like, holy mother of god, like. I mean, like, these champions, they're not necessarily good into you, but it's just annoying to play against because, like, it's sometimes it might be hard to punish them just because, like, they're pretty useful in, like, on their own. And, like, if they just play with their team, like, it's not easy for you, like, to punish all the time, but you just want to make sure you scale in these kind of matchups and just play your item breakpoints. The Fury. Actually, I've never played against the Fury as Graves, I feel like. I might be tweaking, but let me think. I mean, I feel like she doesn't have damage to kill you, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm gonna put in 64. I'm pretty sure she has no. I don't remember last time I ever played against Fury as Graves. I don't know because I haven't played Graves like that much like since they started buffing him last season. And the Fury was never replayed when Graves is strong, I feel like, so. But thinking about like just the matchup and thinking about how I play Kindred in the Fury, I would say Graves, yeah, she doesn't have enough damage to kill Graves, I'm pretty sure. So you should be able to just like strongman it and like just skill for free. I think your items are way cheaper, way better than the Fury's, and yeah, I feel like the Fury has to get some kind of like random kills to snowball. But like your champion doesn't necessarily need to snowball. He can power farm and you can always be useful. Well, the Fury kind of needs to have some kind of like snowball effect happen in the game, like a free kill, free 2 kills. Graves is really strong with XP, so. Dude, just invade Kiana level 1. Like, this champion is so weak. She also doesn't have enough damage to kill you as Graves. Whereas Kiana doesn't have enough damage to kill Graves. Could have put Nocturne annoying, just because Loki, it's a bit hard to play against him, because like he can like just press Q on you, run you down with his fear, and then like he just like sticks onto you. So I would say just like try to make the game not full clear oriented. Make the Nocturne run around for camps, and just play for your jungle pet completion. Like get your 20 spine advantage completion, and make it to where you delay 6 as much as possible, so you know you can actually pretty much track him to know what his first level 6 play is. Because that's how the champion has value in the game, is getting ultimate value, right? But if you track him and you slow down his level 6, I mean that's really good. You're already doing a great, fantastic job in the game as a jungler. Okay, Poppy is probably like hard / annoying. I mean, just make sure you don't get invaded. Level 1. I think that is Poppy's greatest strength. It's just running to your after level 1 and cheesing you, flashing a wall and like dodging a ward and just cheesing you. So make sure it doesn't happen. Scale and just try to avoid walls. And yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just annoying to play against. I'm gonna put Nocturne 60/40. It's not annoying. It's actually, if it's favorite for you. Okay, when Pantheon is strong, I feel like he's showing Grace pretty hard just because, like, Champion just does too much damage. And he has CC, and he has a way to negate your damage. So, now, though, I feel like Champion's not as insane, but he's still strong on, like, 1-2 item power spikes. So he only needs, like, his Sundersky spike, and his Cleaver spike, and he's, like, very strong. He doesn't really need to farm after that anymore. But I would say, you're able to cut him with your W and your E pretty well. He can also buffer spacing. If he W's you and you E, you pretty much can reposition, and he's not able to just hit you right away. which is not bad. I would say it's not able to squeeze in autos in between his combos or in between his ability usages. So yeah, something I would think about while playing this champion. Okay, so yeah, I took like a 5-minute break when I was recording this. Okay, new, annoying. Just make sure you know where he starts and try to pay attention to where he's ganking. Play for camp lead / counter gank. Two things. Counter gank if you can, otherwise play for camp lead. If your laners can waste his time, even better, you will be up in camps and you will play without scale. His objective taking is a lot better than yours, so make sure you are somewhat strong and you're able to fight him when he pulls the objective because he'll be tanking something. So you'll be taking free damage. Okay. Since that was pretty easy, I mean, he can't really do with you. I mean, it's kind of team diff, but his early game is really shit compared to yours. He really needs level 3, so I would say if you start jungle is pretty good if you can. Otherwise, just play to farm and play to outscale him. This champion is really strong on 1/2 items. I mean, he's more strong on 1 item than 2, but your champion will always outscale Xin Zhao in later stages of the game. Zed doesn't have enough damage to kill you. Simple as that. And again, if you make the game not about full clearing and you make him run around for camps, he is a Zed walking around with camps, a champ that doesn't do damage in early game, and is very not tanky. While you have fleet, grit stacks, a mobility spell on a short CD compared to Zed, W CD, which is very long, unless he E's multiple targets. And yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, Loki, big daddy Trondo. 60-40. Well, he can cheese you level 1. I can tell you that for sure. And, I mean, you're not bad into him. It's just that if he does get some kind of advantage on you, it's kind of annoying to deal with, actually. He kind of runs you down. It's kind of like a mastery in a way. So just be careful of that, getting cheese. Otherwise, you kind of outscale him pretty much the rest of the game. It's a snowballing matchup. Well, on his side. If he doesn't snowball, he gets outscaled. If he snowballs, he will be Big Daddy. Until you can deal with him. Jace jungle. Let me think. I feel like Jace jungle, his advantage on you is that his poking later. But when I play this champ, Graves into Jace, into some of the better Jace challenger players, and when I beat level 1, I feel like Jace cannot breathe into Graves. So I'm going to say it's 60-40. I think it's a lot more fair for Graves just because your early levels are stronger than his. I think Jace jungle can ramp up, but it takes a while to get there, I would say. Wukong is pretty easy to play against. I mean, you don't necessarily kill him, but the champion takes a lot to make work, and he's not like that insane in the early game, while your champion is a lot stronger. And I do think invading is really good for you if you can pull it off against your champion. So, okay, Udyr, I think is somewhat hard to play. I think good Udyr is hard to play against. I think the champ is strong. I think Udyr is able to deal with the Graves pretty easily. Honestly, maybe it's hard. Maybe it's skill. I do think good Udyr player should be able to deal with the Graves just because you have a lot of ways to do a shit ton of damage to the Graves. So I would say you have to cut him very well. I do think if you make the game not about full clearing, it's really good because Udyr running around. as level 2, level 3. It's just funny to see. Like, you know, for Graves and like literally, you know, champs like these, like we don't really care. We just want to make sure we're getting gold. Well, we do really want some more XP, ideally. So yeah, make the game not about full clearing and just make sure you're able to cat out his Phoenix form and to respect his double his Tiger Awakens damage. Okay, if Romo Jones was ever meta, I mean, this has to be a hard matchup because he will just fist you 1v1. Like, there's no counterplay. And the only time where he can be stronger is level 1, I would say. But he's not really meta. Like, some of these champions are not really meta right now, so you won't see them. But if they're ever meta randomly this year, because this guy's a guide you're going to use all year long. So I'm just, like, prepping you guys just in case they ever become meta. Even though some of these champions are not really being played too much right now. Like this champion will, yeah, if he overheats, he will run you down like a dog, like you're a dog, like you're just dead. So, and his harpoon, it shreds magic resist, so he will just kill you. Sejuani is easy as fuck. I mean, it's just team diff if you lose to Sejuani usually, or like you have, or she has a lot of melee champions that do really well into your team. But pretty much you want to play the scale and outfarm the matchup. Pretty much, you can invade it early too. Make her start running around for camps and like tracking her so she doesn't get free ganks off. I think Shyvana's a useless champion right now, but I don't know how Shyvana will be. But currently, this is pre-Shyvana buff. I'll try to like do an update on Shyvana matchups for every jungler, but yeah, I don't know about new Shyvana, but maybe I just not put her for now. But I mean, I'll say something about Shyvana, like it's kind of. No, I should put Shyvana back. What am I doing? She's easy to play against. Just outfarm her. Just outscale her. She's a pretty useless champion, in my opinion. Zac is annoying. 64 annoying. I think it's annoying because you actually shell on Zac so hard in the early game from farming and just being a strong early game champion. But Zac has the element of ganking, so if he ever gets ganks off and randomly is able to get a lot of kills, get XP back, and just like get to his breakpoints, it's like really, honestly, it's just cringe to play against Zac. But it's actually very easy to play against in early game. So just snowball and just play for item spikes. Teemo is 60-40. So I play Teemo jungle myself, and I know the only time I feel like I can lose to Graves' Teemo is being level 1 invaded, level 2 invaded, because my champion isn't strong enough yet to deal with Graves. So I actually played against Teemo jungle recently. He was like a master 200 OP player though. But yeah, I invaded him level 1. He didn't start that side, sadly, but I made him run around for camps, and him running around for camps, it just looks funny. It's a little fucking rat running around while you're a Graves. You're a big boy, so you deal with him. So that's pretty much it. Like, he's running around for camps, that's better for you. Like, champions who want to full clear, if you make it about them running around for camps, and their advantage was to full clear and just have good XP on you, or just even, make the game about running around for camps, and they just can't get a straight up advantage on you. Simple as that. Your champion loves volatility. Simple. Shen jungle because it's getting buffed. I mean, well, because it's played a lot, it's probably just annoying. Maybe it's even hard, low key, but because like he can W and just like you can't auto him. But I would say like I think you should invade him for sure, level 1. I think you should deny this guy as much as possible and just play for gold leads and play for your jungle pet and just keep farming because he's just gonna be a better ganker and he's gonna randomly press R on one of these lanes. That's it. Orange jungle, pretty easy to play against. Invade him level 1, always. And just make the game not about full clear, make it volatile, and just play for your item spikes. Same thing for Maokai. For the love of God, just farm. Just outscale these champions in solo queue. They're not good in solo queue. Sal's pretty easy to play against. It's only hard if he has like the best ultimates in the game, and he gets to that point in the game where he's hard to kill and he's just using the OP ults. But in early game, he's quite weak pre-level 3, so make your mark level 1, make the game volatile. Both you guys can kind of win against each other. It can go either way, so just be ready for that. I don't know if you heard that car, sorry, but yeah. Talia jungle, I think, is... Okay, I feel like good Talia jungle is hard to play against just because she can cut you pretty well. And you can never really dash because she has her E. And she can space you pretty well. So I would say it's a pretty hard matchup. As you can see, like a lot of hard matchups are AP oriented. That's just what Graves struggles into usually. So she's not super meta right now, but she has been getting a lot of love though on recent patches. So I would say though, like she's not a bad champion. It's a Hen jungle. Well, I've yet to verse a Hen jungle as Graves, but thing about the way I play against as Kindred is I just use my mobility well. I dodge, like dash is like his W pull if I can, but I think he can chain it with his Q knockup into W pull, so it's actually kind of hard to play against. So I would say it's a pretty hard matchup to kind of play against a good Zahen, but I feel like just like farm and just play the spacing game and you should do just fine. Oh yeah, volley bear. And this matchup is a bit hard. It's honestly 60-40. I do think like if you just play level 1, it's pretty good. You space him pretty well. And I mean he's become more a carry oriented jungler, but I feel like you outscale him pretty much. I feel like he has to get like a shit ton of ganks off and just have a massive Goldie on you to be able to shit on you. I hope I'm not randomly missing champions because I'm tired. Not a lot. Am I missing anything, honestly? Or am I, like, stupid? Like, I might just be stupid, not a lie. Oh, Morgana's easy. The champ is useless. Just take the Nasty Shard and Invader. He goes out of farmer, too. Like, it doesn't really do anything to your champion. I swear I'm gonna miss a champion. It's gonna be so funny, man. Oh, Warwick. Warwick. Got that dog in him. I feel like for me personally, it's easy, but maybe you guys will struggle into it. But I feel like if he doesn't have a strip, if he doesn't cheese you, I feel like you outscale him pretty hard, and you can space him pretty easily with your smoke screen and your range. That's how I feel. I feel like versus Warwick. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm surprised there's only 3 skill matchups. I feel like there's more. Is there anything changed really? Is that really the only 3 skill matchups? I mean, that's how I feel like when I play Grizz. I mean, I feel his tier list looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I guess final thoughts. I would say, honestly, let's put Jason's skill, like, it's a skill matchup, honestly. Okay. Yeah. So, my final thoughts is that there's a lot of ways you can get advantages as Graves in League of Legends in early game. And don't think of it as completely like cheesing. It's like, let's say you played Olaf, right? You're a champion that has a good level 1. Why would you not take advantage of it? It's just like Graves. Graves has a very good level 1. He has good spacing. He has a mobility spell. He has a dash. And he can take fleet and he can just like make the game volatile. Your champion is good at that. So why would you not take advantage of it? It's not necessarily cheesing. Like people can call it cheesing all they want, but that's just how League of Legends is. You want to take advantage of like the champion kit that you have. Mundo has a very great strong clear, which allows him to clear very fast and play into objectives, or he can play to randomly invade you and just play for camp leads. That's his champion strength. Like every champion has like their champion strength, and you kind of need to recognize that and also be able to respect that as being the greatest player yourself. So don't like these level one these invades and stuff like you have to practice them, but these are invades that you should have in your arsenal to where it will carry you in the long run when you want to go higher and higher in rank. And I do think it's very much something you should practice and actually try to actively learn, as full killing is not actually hard to do on Graves or on any jungler at all. Full clearing is easy as fuck to do. Invading is hard because you have to account for so many variables. And some games it's a lot harder to invade than others. You know, some games are very easy, and then it can get harder and harder and harder depending on lane matchups, your matchup, certain HP conditions that randomly change, what random pathing, a random whatever variable it is, you know? And there's a lot of things to account for, so you have to like develop that kind of like learning, or I don't know, I'm not saying it right. Like you have to like learn these things to be able to consistently do it. And I've done it and learned through the hard times. And if you look at my channel, like there's a lot of invading champions, so like I know how to invade. It's not hard to full clear. If full clearing is a skill, like dude, like you got jokes, man. It's okay. Honestly, it's a skill, but it's not a hard skill to full clear. It's just not. Let's not cope. It's not hard to right click your camps, do 2 full clears and play for crab. That's not hard. What's hard is playing for invade, knowing what to do after invade, and knowing how to make sure enemy drones is getting too much, make sure you're min-maxing it correctly, and so on and so forth. That is something that will make you evolve as a lead player, and also it's really fun to invade. It's super fun. So, I don't know if that was a rant, but either way. If you guys want to get more personalized coaching on that, random ad I'm inserting here, check out the Patreon. I can help you out one-on-one. Watch my videos. A lot of people have been I saw a lot of videos recently or comments where people have been thanking me that they've been climbing up 2 divisions. A lot of them have been climbing up 2 divisions. I keep seeing like Plat to Diamond, like Emerald to Master, and like other stuff. Like I'm actually just so proud of like some of you guys to learn the more aggressive style. And I keep seeing like YouTube or Twitch like comments where it's like, "Yo, can you play aggro version of this champion?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure, man. I got you." Like, it's fun to learn the more aggressive way of League of Legends. It's something that you should know how to do it, and when you can't do it, it really, you know, you can really 1v9 games, and it feels really rewarding to do it. Because full clearing for your 50th time, it's not hard. It's like going to a 9 to 5. It's not hard. Making decisions off that, it's not hard. You're playing off lanes pretty much. I mean, you're doing the same thing for invading, but it's really easy to do. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this matchup guide. And yeah, I mean, it's really early in the morning here. I'm doing this guide. I literally made this guide in a couple hours, so yeah, I hope it's like not bad. I feel like Graves' Champion's pretty simplistic, so yeah, just focus on the things you need to. That's Graves, his champ identity, and hope you guys get OP. Keep watching VODs, keep watching me play him, learn the way of playing Graves to its fullest potential, and I do hope all of you guys truly climb, and maybe you guys get better, even better than me. I hope so, because I don't know how long I'll be playing this game. So, yeah. Alright, let's get into. I think the next section is Vod Review. I mean, I have to check, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next section. So, for game plan, you want to make sure you think about your level 1. You're a very strong invading champion, so try to take advantage of that whenever you can. And always path according to where you can profit off the most, is what matters the most. Otherwise, you just keep selecting your camps and you just keep farming and only play for guaranteed plays. We're going to look at invades very soon, short after this section of the guide, so keep watching if you want to learn about invading. For mid game, just play around your strongest laner, because you will profit off his plays. Make sure you keep selecting your camps. Do not full clear unless there's literally nothing happening on a map. You're going to watch the VOD reviews later and you're going to realize what I'm saying. Play off quadrants, quadrant by quadrant, and just make sure you're being at the fights that are happening on the map and you're not AFK full clearing. For the love of God, please don't do that. Late game, just group with your team. It's not that complicated to play Graves later on in the game. You just want to play with your team, play around your CC, and just be. You should by then in the game, you should know what kind of kills you. So you should play around the abilities and just play for the team fight. You're gonna watch high team fight in the Vod Review section part of this guide, and if you guys want to check out more, check out the videos on this channel. I'll be posting a lot of Graves content in the upcoming days and just in general in the upcoming weeks because this champion is completely broken right now. Okay, let's get into invading. So there's, I mean, it's not like that hard to kind of know what to do, but you kind of just have to like understand like the variables at play when you do it. So let's start off with level 1 invade because we're gonna talk about level 1 invade, level 2, level 3, and like the understanding why we do them. So then like why we do it and like how to like snowball off it harder, like just play the game. So the reason why you invade in League of Legends in general is because you have a certain champion strength that is better than theirs. You might have certain lanes that have advantages. Of course, this is hard to know in the lower MMR brackets because you don't understand matchups as well. Or let's say even if you do, your teammates might not play it as they should because of course it's like that's something that comes when you come higher and higher where people play their matchups better, where people, if given a good advantageous matchup, they will actually win their matchup. So of course, like if you're like a silver, gold, plat, emerald player, even diamond player, like it's a bit hard to understand, maybe grasp what I'm saying and try to even do it like consistently. But there are still like invades that you can do that don't really rely on team, especially that you're playing a champ like Graves. Graves is a champion that is very self-sufficient. You don't actually need that much help. Of course, there will be times. Of course, every drone has experienced it. Don't act like you're only person has gone through that struggle in the drone where like yeah, completely fanboyed, so to say. Yeah, people completely deny you from playing the game. I mean, that's just life. Like sometimes some games will be like that, and maybe you shouldn't have invaded, or it's just like a game that is just gonna be very difficult, and that's okay. You just keep adapting to what the game is trying to tell you. That is how you kind of should like think about it. So for level 1 invades as Graves, the main thing he really wants is level 1 ward on the Raptors. It makes it easier for you to decide what kind of invade you do want to do level 1. So okay, so the first thing for invade, actually first thing is you want to make sure you want the level 1 wards. Okay, so level 1 wards, you want your mid laner to do it. The mid laner is the best person to drop a ward early levels. Of course, if they can, we can talk about it after this. After we talk about if they can. So basically, you always want them to drop a Raptor ward. It's very good because you can pretty much guess where they are starting. If they start Raptors or if they eventually show on their camps, which will can lead into like a level 3 invade later on. But talking about level 1 invade, it's very nice because you can also hold your ward and you don't show, which is very good for you. And there's ways to approach level 1 invade. You either, you can raw dog walk it in. You can be that kind of guy. Works on both sides. You can do the Narnia flank. You just go all the way around, and you can like eat over this wall if you want, or just keep walking around like this, or you go like this. This works. You can do the cheese where it's inside your pit. This works on both sides. I'm just saying. You just go over this wall. So usually you want to go like this, unless you see them starting the Raptors. You can go like this, but usually you want to go over the wall and then come around basically to the red. And then what you would do, you will check if he's on the red. If he's not, then you will check the Raptors. You hit the red once, then walk to the Raptors and fight the guy if you know he's on it, or if you see he's on it. Otherwise, you just do the red, and then you take his camps. pretty much. That is like level 1 angles that you can do on both sides of the map. When you invade, you ideally, if you have ward, you want to either ward this bush, which is very good to see if they come back into that side, or let's say if you do like in this kind of vid, you want to ward like right here, which covers both this walk path and this one. If they decide to do something spicy, or they know like maybe they got invaded, right? So these are level 1 invades you can do. Now level 2 invades are basically where you take one camp, which could be, you know, red buff, Raptors. I've never done a blue side into red invade. I think that one's like really mid, but it's possible. But I would usually suggest you do one of these 2 camps, and then you're gonna go. Oh my god, it's gonna look funny, I swear to God, but you're gonna walk in, okay, and you're gonna fight the guy. You can walk in like this. If you started the Raptor camp with Q, which usually you should start Q. If you start Raptors as Graves, you walk over this wall. You're gonna E, and then you're gonna go like this, just like a Kindred invade, pretty much. And you play for the camps. You can play to take the blue. You make sure you ward over this wall. Or if you see they took the blue, because they're going to walk like this, you know, you're going to see if it's taken or not. You're going to fight this guy over here. That's how you do level 2 invade, pretty much. Now for the blue side, I mean, it's not really that good. I mean, you would just do this, and then you can walk in, pretty much. Or, there's one that I haven't done really that much, but I know it's possible, where you do this camp and this camp, and then you will walk in like this, and you're going to take the Crocs. And what you're going to do, you're going to ward this bush. Well, you're going to ward this bush to see if they, you know, they walk in. And then you're level 3. And you can fight them over the red, pretty much. That is another invade you can do level 2. These invades, you can do them pretty much versus any champion. You just need to know where they pretty much start. And if they start the same side that you're invading, you just have to be ready to fight them, of course. Of course, this level 2 invade, I just showed you the blue gromp into their jungle. Like, you know they're starting this side. Like, you know. It's not possible if they started the red side camps, because you will meet them, and then, yeah, I mean, you won't get there in time. They'll have the camp. So, these invades, you want to usually do them based off your information, but before some of them, you can just like raw dog it, walk in there, and you can fight them to the death, because 1, your champion is very strong in level 1, level 2. It's very, like, you're kind of a semi-range champion, so you can like walk them down, and your good stacks, you know, are very nice to make you very tanky. And usually, I think to me right now, if I didn't say it earlier, which I'm pretty sure I have, Fleet Fork is his best rune to take, because to me, taking Dark Harvest is it can be very inconsistent. Of course, I still take it in games where they're all one-shottable pretty much, but usually Fleet is just very consistent to take. You get access to the whole precision tree, and then you're able to take Inspiration second, which I feel like is way more consistent. Well, it is more consistent than taking Dark Harvest, right? You know, you lose access to Fleet and Coup if you take Dark Harvest, because you're usually taking Triumph Alacrity. And you lose out on like cashback, free boost, triple tonic, cosmic insight. Like, these runes have way more value than Dark Harvest does. And like Dark Harvest 6th Sense is the only real like kind of OP kind of early game rune from it. Otherwise, like the rune tree needs to scale a lot. You need 15 plus stacks on your Dark Harvest. So yeah, the only benefit is having 6th Sense, but you don't really need that to play the early game. I think for certain champions like Kayn, you would need it, but you don't need it on Graves. You can just force the invade because your champion is just really strong, starting from level 1, taking Fleet Fork. Now, level 3 invade is basically, you pretty much know where to start. Remember how we talked about the level 1 Raptor ward? And you're going to do it based off prowls usually. You're going to like eat one quadrant, and then you're going to look to either invade, or you're going to look to invade here, depending on where you start. If you do the blue invade, so basically you guys start opposite sides, and you're planning to invade the second side he's going to, you're going to walk in. You can either start this, and then, you know, war over the wall, or you fight him on the wolves, pretty much. That's what you want to do. If you guys both start the same side, right? You will do this, and you're going to walk here, and you're going to fight him over the red or the Crocs. and you're going to use your balling to play with you. This invade, the other side, is more of a solo play. Of course, you need to be careful if their mid laner can move. It's really easy for him to connect. But yeah, this is level 3 invade pretty much. Okay, so we kind of talked about how to prep for invade, let's say, and now what to do after the initial invade, right? So maybe I should have done it like more in order, but yeah, my bad. So hopefully it doesn't get too confusing. But what you need to think about is how do you want to cycle your camps pretty much, and guessing where they are if you don't actually have full information where they currently are in the game. Pretty much. So if you are doing the level 1 invade raids and you're taking your blue, what do you call it? You are Rek'sai jungler and you're starting his jungle, his blue side jungle, and he's most likely here because he never showed, right? He worded this. Once you take these 3 camps, what is your plan? Usually you're going to end off probably at the Krugs or the Raptors, depending on how you do the clear. What you would do as a jungler, I mean, you think about if you get invaded, you will think of 2 things. You're either going to run here, or you're going to run here. Your plan, what you should do always, is see if bot is gankable, mid is gankable, depending on which side you're finishing your 3rd camp on. You're finishing at the Krugs to see if bot is gankable. If they're not, what you want to do, you either want to recall if he hasn't walked in your top side yet, because you know he hasn't. So let's say you got asked for a millionaire to ward here potentially, or someone, right? You can base and then either defend your bot side or your top side. That's basically how you should think about it. If you know he walked in, then you should just go do your camps. You can also just get a longsword base, but usually it's just better and do your camps. And then you can like think about basing real quick, and then you can play for the Raptor respawn. You really want to play for Raptors, pretty much. If you are doing the invade where you end on Raptors, this one's a bit different. Basing is not really worth it, because when you end on Krugs, you're far from everything. But in Raptors, you're in the middle of the map pretty much. So you can cross gank mid, cross into your top side, and if you see enemy jungle, crossing your bot side, you just take this camp and you go defend if you can. Otherwise, you just play both sides. You see which side you want to play for. You can defend. You can go to your bot side if he never walks in, or you can go to the top side, and then you just see what he does, and you want to deny his play. And what you want to keep in mind when you do these kind of things is never touch your buff. Never. Always level up these non-buff camps. These camps are the camps you clear. You clear more than your buffs throughout the game. You want to level them up. Always. You clear 2 sets of these. You clear non-buff camps twice, in 5 minutes, pretty much, and you clear a buff once every 5 minutes, right? So that's what you need to think about when you play to invade. Like, okay, this was like kind of unplanned, but I just wanted to show you like what an invade can look like. You will see this video sometime a day or 2 after this guy is released. It's going to be a video with like 3 games in it, and it has it's just Hubris, Sundersky like builds. So I'm going to show you what I do in this game versus Rek'sai, pretty much. So I'm playing level 1 right, I'm asking him to ward, and he goes and wards, okay? I just wait to see if he shows. He hasn't pulled yet, okay, I just pull it. And right here, I hate playing for the small ones, because maybe he sees me, and he's still in the bush, so I just pull this. I just wait to see if he comes out. If I get to all the small ones and he smites the big one, I don't really care. I can just force invade his red, like it's fine. And I just keep playing for his Raptor camp later on in the game. And ideally he's level 3, which is really good because he's a level 3 champion, right? I don't care. As long as I'm making money, I'm happy. He wants to be level 3 and he wants to gank the Rek'sai. So I just play for this. I think this world is very weird to me, but I warded it and I see he started it. So here, he smited it, and then I walk in here, and I just take his Krugs. And now, right now, if you think about it, I have delayed his level 3 by so much. Look, I take so many, like, all his little raptors. They just, like, get some gold. Boom, I'm happy. His level 3 is extremely delayed right now. And, I mean, I have no need to base. I should just keep farming. I know he's going to go into his bot side. My bot is pushed in. So, what do? I mean, I just gank mid. I just like to play to level up my camps, you know? I'm just going to walk across mid. This Vladimir has, like, a bit of a... I don't know what he did, but, you know, we flash on him. He ends up flashing. I got a free kill. First blood. Okay. Now, I think about it. I know he's in his bot side. He needs 2 camps to hit level 3. He did red buff, so he needs 2 camps. So do I. I also need 2 camps. Maybe 1 if I got more XP, but yeah, I need 2 camps here. So I do my raptors. I skip my red, and I just do my Krugs. I hit my red 1 time for some healing, and I just do my Krugs. I hit level 3, and now I decide whether or not I want to do my red, and I just do it because, you know, it's very... I mean, the red buff is just OP, and I also can use it in the next Raptor invade. And, you know, I'm just leveling up my camps. I think that he's bot side. Bot ends up winning. You see here that Rek'sai is crossing for double crab because, again, he has no bot play. He already did bot crab his bot camps, and, you know, he wants to play for his second Raptor respawn. You know, he could have recalled maybe for a sword, and I get off my camps to play to fight him. And, you know, we just fight him off, and then boom. And here, we push him off, we chunk him. I really want to play for his Raptors Reds, so you would play to force invade his Raptors here. You have red buff advantage, he doesn't. So he usually shouldn't be able to fight with you. But, you know, here, I end up getting team diff. I mean, the support is here. I mean, I probably would keep fighting if I would have fought if, you know, those guys were defending him. But, you know, I just take whatever small ones I can get and, you know, call it a day. Get 16 gold and chill, and then I just level up my camps. And I recall. So that is what a early game can look like when you invade. And of course, I'm going to be doing this all on stream, so, you know, come check out my stream. And the same things I've talked to you in this invading kind of section, I also do in my own gameplay. I'm not saying shit out my ass. So let me know if you like this kind of portion of the guide. Level up your camps, and the only buff I would usually touch randomly is the red, because red is just OP. But usually you would have one most cases. So you just use it to refresh it later. Like if you're like leveling up your camps, you know, you're eating this, then you eat the Krugs, then, you know, maybe you eat this if you don't need to defend your bot side, you know? So that's how you kind of think about it. And I'm gonna have a lot of Graves videos, and I play very aggressive on Graves when I can. And you're gonna watch like how I play to invade and how I prioritize like invading my camps, you know? I'm doing this before I pick which VODs I'm reviewing, but I'm pretty sure there's at least 1 or 2 where you see I apply the things I am telling you right now. Pretty much. Okay. Now, how to really snowball off it. So we kind of talk about like what to do after initial invade and like if enemy, like responding to how the enemy general is acting, because, you know, think about it from your perspective. When your camps get taken, what would happen, right? It's pretty simple, no? Like if you got invaded. So how do you snowball off it? Well, the thing is you want to keep in mind is that you took his camps, you leveled up his camps, you want to try to play for them. Again, if you can. Try to fight around them. Because the game's going to be very circus heavy. It's going to be a circus. Like, junglers are going to be running around for camps because, you know, you invade him and he's going to try to, like, emotionally gank, or he's going to try to emotionally invade. He's going to do something. So you need to prep to see how you want to play against it. And, you know, if he overstays on the certain sides of the map, because you know which side he started from the early game information, you can always play for his respawn camps, you know, players ground plays wolves. And it's something you should always keep track of where enemy jungle can be throughout the game. Because this is what will help you, allow you, you know, track if you can counter gank him, and if you can't, you just steal more of his camps and you just play it based off your XP and your jungle smites. Because a lot of the time, when you play these invades, if you play well, you will have smite advantage on them, basically the 20 smite, where you have your smite is 1k, and you're able to just force invades with full on smite advantage. You know, their second buff rotation, you're gonna have smite advantage over them, and there's nothing they can really do about it. I had a game today where I was versus Teemo, I invaded him early, and because, well, Teemo was a bit like, it's a non-traditional jungle, but I guess he has to run around in camps, and I'm eating him perma. I had smite advantage because I was able to eat crab and fight him over camps. The only camps he took from me was a blue buff, let's say, pretty much, because I just played to level up all my camps and he got a blue, which I didn't really care because I leveled up my wolves, my gromp, my raptors, my krugs, and I just had 20 smite advantage, like the 1000 smite advantage. And I just took his red in front of his face because there's nothing you can do about it. He's 22 stacks because like he's running around, his camp string is taken, and there's nothing you can do about it. And like junglers will get emotional and they just won't think about the game. And like if these things happen to you, you just have to think about getting your respawn camps. And that's what you should also think about too as an invader, is that you giving them the leveled up respawn camp for free is not good. If you're able to fight for it, you should always fight for it. Just like how the enemy jungler should think about, okay, I really need to defend this camp. And you need to bring your team to it, or you play for his other side. Simple as that. Otherwise, it's most likely a team gap if you are playing correctly. Because there will be times where, yeah, it might be team diff, and then everything you did, pretty much the game will be even, but you will have a slight gold advantage because you're going to be up still some camps, but you'll be even XP at least. And that's basically like the way you snowball off is you're going to have a slight item gold advantage, and you might potentially have a slight smite advantage in some cases for a potential evade around 6 minutes, 6:20, 6:30, or to pull dragon with smite advantage. Those are ways to pretty much snowball, and because a champion like Graves is he's able to have unique gank angles, going over walls because he has a dash, and because him picking up free kills is very, he can snowball the game very hard because of his item spikes. Making the game volatile is always going to be not bad for you because your champion kind of relies on just picking up, like, become the richest person in the lobby. Like, you want to print money to carry on this champion pretty much. And the identity of this champion has always been the same since the early days. Like, you can invade. If you can't, you just full clear, and then if you get any like kills, you pretty much become unkillable, or you kill anything that even shows on your screen. That's basically Graves. I hope this kind of thing, like, you realize what I do in the games. Even if it's on this video, like some examples, you will see them in future videos on this channel, like just isolated videos of like Graves gameplay. I have a lot of them that I'm going to release the day after this guide, so just like check that out. And yeah, I hope you guys have learned something about invading. This invading thing is kind of similar to Kindred, these concepts. You can go watch the Kindred invading section too. It's like both of them are pretty much the same. They're very similar in champions. Whoever thinks they're not, I think needs to check. Well, they're probably not good at the game most likely because their champion identities, the way they kind of want to play, are very similar. It's just that one champion is more self-sufficient than the other, which is Graves. Kindred is more team reliance than Graves is in the early game. So, yeah, check out God, and hope to see you guys in the next section, I guess. Okay, what you should focus on Graves, is make sure you're farming, you're always getting gold in some type of way. And while you're doing that, you want to make sure you're also pressuring the map. And if you're able to do this very well, you will climb very fast on the champion. It is a very strong champion if you know how to play and punish enemy champions. So another thing is knowing when to drop camps for ganks. You need to know when is good for you to play for objectives or when it is 100% a free kill. You need to learn how to do that. You need to recognize these kind of things. If you want to learn how to do this better, you should just watch me play, as I'm one of the best to find these kind of opportunities. And abuse his invading. His invading is very strong. He has a dash, and he has very unique ways of getting advantages because he has a dash, pretty much. Like, he has unique gank angles, and he can just go over walls and get to invades where most champions are not really able to do unless they flash over a wall. So, yeah, keep that in mind while you play Graves. Keep learning, keep watching me play Graves, watch other good Graves players. But yeah, I'll be posting a lot of content as champion, so check it out. Okay. It's a pretty quick game, but let's just look over the early game. I'm gonna be skimming through the parts that don't really need to be watched, pretty much. So yeah, let's get into it. So we're playing into Diana. This matchup is it's pretty much a farming kind of matchup, so just keep that in mind. And reverse Danny also is pretty hard, but I do know if I get to like Jack this game, pretty hard to kill. Usually I like to path away from Cinch lanes unless I can invade on that side if they're planning to proxy, which is pretty nice. They can always help me on the invade. And if you're champion strong level 1, you can always like, you know, fight them off the camp, but I decide not to. Cinch gives me information to where I know that Dana didn't start on her blue side, so she's either doing her bot side camps or she played for her invade on my bot side right now. So I'm pinging that she can be in my bot side. My Pantheon here plays for a quick ward on the blue buff, so I plan to invade because, you know, my champion's pretty good, and, you know, I have a Cinch here. I see that Pantheon is fighting. I do remember this play. I don't know why he flashed this way. If he just flashed towards me and he played to ignite him, I think I would have killed the Yasuo. So I don't know what he's doing, but it's okay. We get out, we end up bringing flash, but it sucks. So, but now our tempo is pretty bad in terms of our camps because, you know, Dana is able just to full clear here, and she does a lot faster than I do. Here, you know, I'm thinking about ganking or ganking mid. I feel like I can kill him, but it's kind of hard. He hits level 4. I think if he didn't hit level 4 here, he can die, but yeah. I'm getting chunked. I wasted a lot of time. I'm down a lot of tempo this game, so I just clear my camps. Because, you know, I can't really do anything. And here I'm playing for another gank mid, but I see that he knows I'm here, so I'm just playing for Raptors. I mean, this game looks really messed up, but, you know, I end up carrying this game, so just keep watching, you know? Because, you know, every VOD is going to be something different. I just do my camps and I play the recall. I see this guy, you know, doing his thing. And right now, I know Dana is clearing up because we know he started from bot to top, bot side from early information. So he's clearing bot to top. She ends up being here because, you know, she cleared up. So, you know, as we're killing my teammates, I mute him. That's whatever. And here, I'm matching Dana. I have nothing to do. I'm looking to either pull Drake or play for the next crab. And I see Dana's going bot, so I'm trying to make sure she doesn't get a free play on my ball lane. And I deny that. And my ball is trying to get their wave in here, so I'm trying to help them. I see that the Dana decides to make a play here. He does not have flash, I think, from earlier because he flashed on my Pantheon. And we just kill the guy. I pinged that I want to kill. Ziggs ends up taking it. It's okay. And now I just take the crab. And I don't do the dragon. A lot of people will pull the dragon here. Okay, a lot of people play to pull the dragon here, but it's not good. You should just play to clear your camps always. They matter more than the dragon. But make sure you can try to ward it so they don't randomly like just sneak it for fun. Nico randomly kills my Ziggs. Okay. And I get a double kill here. And here, like, the game, I think, is just over when I get this double kill. Because there's a lot of gold for my Hubris. And also, this was on the day before the Hubris buff. So, these kills were very insane for me. If you get on current patch. Because it's 200 gold cheaper, which is a very big buff. And now I split it clear. I don't do drag. I just clear all my camps. Random fight here. I see... So here, they Dana ulted. He also ulted. They kill my Lulu. It's okay. And then I'm like, wait, it looks like they're doing dragon at Pantheon ult. So I'm like, I have the elixir pot, which is very OP to have in fights. So I play the force of fight here, see if this is warded, trying to see if they know I'm here. Then I'm here, I pop the potion, pop the pot, and then I get in here. This guy's no flash from earlier, so I just fight him. I might not get the Drake, but I can play to kill him. And then, you know, I'll play them. He also flashed. My Pantheon had ult the whole time. I don't know why he didn't ult to kill them all, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. And let's go do my camps because I really want to make sure I base on Hubris here. So like right here when I do this play, right? I'm really close to Hubris, so I rather just farm it. So I go do my camps. My top does, it's okay. Can't really do grubs, it is what it is. They get both objectives, but it's okay. And here I see Dana's pulling the grubs. I get one. Because I know he was topside and I'm just fighting this guy. Low-key, I'm kind of lucky that they weren't in range to Yasuo ult me. Kind of got lucky here, but I think this is very winning if my Pantheon just decides to play the game. He blocked my soul screen there. Kind of sucks. I have to play it slow because, you know, I can easily die. My Cinch starts doing Cinch things. Get the kill. It's chill. Nice. Nice base. And by Hubris here. About null magic. Probably should have waited for a longsword. Just because like it's only like 5 gold I had to wait for. And I'm planning to build Phage's game. Even though I don't have an AD carry, it's still fine to build Phage just because it's a very good tempo item. Gives you every stat you kind of want, and it gives you damage. And you can start building items like Jackshow, Ma, DD, Sundersky, which are very good items into enemy comp. Sundersky, Jackshow are like best in slot in this kind of game because they're heavy dive and you can survive the dive with Lulu. And then you just kill them using your cleaver damage. See Dano's top side here, and I feel like, his top camps are up. Just because I feel like there's no way he was able to farm and just be topside there. So I take his camps, ward, and now I'm playing to invade. So like you see, like a lot of this game, I'm just making sure I'm ready for any opportunity, and I just take all his camps, I vacuum this shit real quick. I see that bot is diveable, and we kill that guy. That's on my smoke screen. We eventually kill the Nico, so I'll show you how the dive goes. And kill that guy. Cheers. And now we base. We don't go to our camps because we might as well base here. We have a lot of gold. We can spend our money here. If I stay, I might get an extra ruby, maybe. I might get like a Kindle gem on this base, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Dana took my top side. I just want to make sure I'm ready for the next ball play, pretty much. I think you guys just got a streamer notification. Don't mind that. So I just do my camps. I have nothing to do right now, so I just look to try to do something. Maybe gank mid. Yeah, I gank bots. I don't know why my Pantheon's playing so scared. I feel like we can play a lot more aggressive, but he's just, I don't know, a pussy. They try to make a play on my Pantheon. And I'm pretty tanky because I already got my buy. Kind of missed my ult there, but it's okay. I have like Lulu coming. Lulu almost takes the kill. It's okay. I mean, just push his next wave because we have time till the next drag. Even though my wolves are up, it's better to take a wave for you to take a play. And you can play his raptors and then take the Drake. Never go to your wolves here. A lot of droners will just go back to their camps. No, just push a wave, get some tempo, make them reveal themselves eventually on the map through waves, and then take their camps always first before you take yours. Let's play Drake, take his Drake, and I recall. I have full cleaver here, no point to stay on the map, just get my buy-in. And then I have cloth armor and null magic. I think I bought Jackshow third. I forgot what I bought this game, not a lot, but yeah, let's get on the map. Probably look to do at least 2 to camps, and then I look to group. My Pantheon ends up dying mid here. I maybe could have been at this play if I did my red first into like play, but I didn't think there was a play on the map currently. But my only goal right now is just to make sure I, farm whatever I can and try to see if I can take advantage of my cleaver spike. I see here, playing for his top side right now. I think, oh yeah, Dano's clearing up, right? Because all his box side camps are down. So I'm just sitting here waiting for Dano. So I, I go on Dano here. Okay, I had like a stroke there for some reason. So I ended up flashing. Probably didn't need to if I just played this better. Everybody takes the top tower, whatever, who cares. We base again, we get Tablas. Pretty good into their team. We don't really need Merc Treads. We have Lulu ult too. And now I'm just planning to run straight into their bot side because I'm way stronger than Diana. And I'm playing around my mid bot. I'm just not touching my camps here because I feel like I'm very OP. Someone has to go catch top wave, and Diana's somewhere in their bot side. Actually, wait. Yeah, I'm not waffling. Yeah, I'm actually right. Take his camps. Now I'm gonna play for his red. He should be around here. He probably did his Krugs. And then I probably should meet him on the red, which I do. And then, we smite the red. We just run this guy down. Oh, that was crazy. I see, like, Ludo is pretty crazy this game, right? Kind of lucky I don't kill at least 3 of them there, but it is what it is. Now I just go play for my camps. You see how, if you can play for their camps, always play for their camps. Simple. Oh yeah, I bought Phaedra. I messed up. I meant to buy Sundersky this game. But for some reason I was buying Triforce components. I don't know why. I'm kind of stupid. Let's clear whatever camps I can, and I walk towards the top side. Why? His top side camps are up. Wow. So we play for his top side. I think I played too far up here and I die. Because he flashes on me. I think if I had Lulu ults, this is a free fight, but I don't. So I should have respected Urgot more when he's strong. Now let's go into my bot side because we're playing Drake next. If I didn't die there, I'd probably just keep playing for camps and just full clear all the way down in Heralds, but I didn't, so. Now I just go back to my camps, not to like reset my tempo. Let's clean my camps. And now we do the Drake. The team's gonna come very soon. See a down air also on one side, Nico on one side. As I go straight under down air also. I can't really die. I mean, he also didn't ult, but I can't die. Not very easy to kill. And, you know, Urgot doesn't have ult right now, so I can play very aggressive as I want. Because, I mean, he can't just get onto me that easily. Kayn ends up flashing. Urgot doesn't have flash earlier. From the earlier player that he played that he made from me. So we kill this guy. And we just run them all down. We just kill them all. Bet. Now I just farm their camps, and then I go to my camps. Simple. If you can farm their camps, always farm theirs first, then go to your camps. A random play being made on my Ziggs. Yeah, I don't know what just happened there. Here, I'm trying to just get more gold. I don't feel like basing unless I have a full item. Don't really need to base. There you can actually smite the Nico minion and it takes full damage, but I didn't do it in time for some reason. So I just end up flashing on him because he doesn't have flash from earlier fights, and I just keep chasing because these guys have no flash from earlier. So I just kill this guy. Another kill. And I just farm the wave, get some tempo. And I think about pulling Baron. That's my smite coming soon, so I just pull it. And their team is coming red, so I just get off the Baron. There's no war on it because we have a pink on it. So I just play the turn. And we just kill the Urgot. We have Panthal coming. And we just kill these guys. That guy dies. And we think about doing Baron again. We just pull the Baron. My team is doing some zoning, but I'm just hitting the Baron with my Ziggs. I have good enough sustain and I have enough tankiness to be able to do it. I just get my grit stacks up, so if there's any fight, I'm very tanky. Maybe in future videos I show how much armor and MR I have instead of showing my runes, but you know, I'll do that for you guys in the future. Since does a god play here, flipping the Nico out. And I just go back to Baron because I feel like the fight is winning here. Just my own intuition. And I just play to finish the Baron. It's more important. It's really OP to get the Baron finished off here. And I have enough money to buy Sundersky. I have 3,200 gold. I don't know if you guys can see it. Maybe this disappears in the seconds. But yeah, we have a lot of gold. I'm farming this whole top side before I recall. Guys, there's nothing to do on the map right now. There's only Silent Towers. And the objective is up in a minute and a half. So I have time to do some camps and then play the base. And gets me a fat recall here. And then I buy Sundersky. And then I buy a Hex Drinker here. I just sell on the Phage. Nothing to sell it for. You can buy an item like... Oh no, you can't buy Sterak's. Phage is only into Triforce, Hex Plates, or whatever. So, yeah, let's have a dead Phage. And this is like the best Graze build you can do on this champion. We just do one camp and just get closer to our team. Because we want pressure, we don't want AFK farm. I already have my items. Farming here literally is pointless. Hitting 16 is kind of whatever, so I just play to pressure. I see my teammate trying to pressure, so I'm trying to match stats. And then we see Nico here. I'm trying to get in there. I have my Lulu coming, so I can't really just die. I do have to respect the Ignite that's being put on me, because they can kill me. And we just kill everyone. And that's it. That's pretty much the game. We just end the game. Yeah, this is Graves. 8 grid stack Graves. Probably have like 300 armor right now for free. Yeah, cheers. Okay, next ball we go. Yo. Okay. So, in this VOD, we're first Nunu, a ganker. So, just make sure you get level 1 ward and then just play your camps. Pretty much. Simple as that. So my Dares does something very unique in this game. So I play for early ward just in case I get invaded. See Nuno here. We know he's probably gonna start top side. My Dares does like low level 1 cheese. So what I do off that is, because Nuno is a ganker and he wants to make as much impact as he can early game. He wants to play for like early ganks, for lane advantages, to pull objectives later on. I play to invade. Just make sure that I just pay attention to see if he burns smite here. I mean, he for sure burns smites, so he's gonna Q it here. He's trying to put it together. And here I was thinking like, should I wait, should I not? But you know, I just go in there, just chunk him real quick. Just pull it. Maybe I should have waited longer, honestly. I don't know why I didn't. But I just play to push him out. This is better for me than it is for him. And this is really good if Zahan is moving. It's better for me. Probably the mistake I made is just going in so soon. I probably should have just waited and then just fought him when the camp is more like 1k HP. But now he can't play anymore because he's low. So I just take the Gromp on Vision. I think he came to steal it. Yeah, I don't know, this guy's crazy. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He just gave me a free kill. Yeah, whatever. Moving on. Yeah, we messed up on this vid. We should have waited. We should have went to Tribush, and then we should have fought him. By the way, we're clearing camps here. We see that Nuno gang spot. He's level 3 because remember he got the camp earlier, right? Actually, he got level 3 off a wave. What? How was he level 3? Maybe he ate the Krug, but yeah, I don't know. I'm sitting here waiting for Nuno. That's what I'm doing. I'm just chunking him, getting him, pushing him out the map. And let's play for crab now. Now we're ganking mid. Because apparently this guy has no flash. Okay, he has flash. Kill him. I'm on level 3, otherwise I would fight this more, but the Ezreal's also moving. But it's not like we can die, so it's okay. Just get pushed out a bit. It's fine. And I go more towards my top side because I don't want him to take my Raptor camp. I guess here, I mean, normally should have probably taken the long routes. It is what it is. And I just take my Raptor camp. And I see Nudie gank top. I thought I can get there in time. Man, I try to gank mid because his wave is really bad. So right here, I'm trying to dodge as much vision. Maybe I can get to top in time. But I was already thinking about ganking mid initially because his wave is really bad. So I loop all the way around so I can wrap around him. And now he's just dead. He has no flash from earlier, right? So take advantage of that when their wave is fucked. This is called a fucked wave. He has to get in, right? Or he's dead. Look. Fucked wave, no? It's on our side. Fucked wave. Do my Krugs. Just go overboard here. Base. Opening up on the map. I have all bot side camps and no top side camps for a minute. So I just do my bot side camps to make sure he doesn't randomly do dragon. And yeah, that'll be my turn until I have to exit my top camps. That is what I'm thinking about. So I just farm. Here I thought I can gank mid, but apparently I can't. So I'm down XP to a Nunu right now, which is kind of cringe, but it's fine. I just farm my camps, and then I go cover mid. And this game, the only reason why I'm down so much XP is because one, I'm not fully clearing all my camps, and he got the first Gromp, and I wasn't able to retake it. So his XP is a bit better than mine, but I'm playing catch-up XP, and I have 3 kills, so it's not even that, and it's not that bad. Like, I have a lot of gold. I'll be hitting Hubris still this game pretty easily, and I can still carry this game. And here, I see Nuno on the minimap just now, crossing to Drake. So I'm doing this route to count really fast, so I can level 5, and I'm running straight towards the... Oh, I just get take out small ones for level 5. I walk straight to Drake. And I just play to fight the Nunu. Maybe I should just drop my Wrath Camp initially and just fought the Nunu off. But, yeah. Hard to say. Let's go randomly Brin's Flash. And I go back to my camps. I'm just doing it. As you can see, like, I'm just trying to match the Nunu and just trying to make sure he doesn't do too many things on the map. Now I just do my camps. And then I just gank top because I have a free timer to gank top here. But yeah, we're fighting a lot. I use my potion here because Zahan is going to get a decent amount of HP. I probably should have Art first to cut its base and then use my flash if I need to use my flash. Dodge a new snowball here. He has no ult, I think. Actually, maybe he does. But he's no flash. Let my ward clean up here. Yeah, double kill. And it's all because of the pressure we're putting on early game. Even though we're not hard power farming as Graves, we're just denying from Nunu from playing the game, and I'm able to farm camps. If I didn't have kills, I wouldn't be doing this. I would be power farming a lot more. But because I have kills, I'm pretty strong. Even if I'm down XP, I can still take fights. That is what is going through my mind. And base here, I get my Hubris. And now I just take Wolves, and I think about trying to gank mid here, because he's overextending. And mid lane randomly does. Whatever. Nunu's ganking bots. Nunu gets picked off here. Yeah, I trolled here by not killing Nunu, but it's okay. I killed this guy. Now I just go back to my camps. I just clear. And play for next Drake, pretty much. That's all I'm doing. Base. Buy double Ruby. I think my Darius 1v2 is here, so he's the GOAT for that. And I just get Dragon because of that. And then I do the camp. I play for camps. I play for camps after I secure the objective because I don't want them to have free drag win condition. If I was more ahead in the game, I would probably just, if my tempo was better, I would play for camps more, but I want to make sure I get objectives because their win con is to play for objectives. Mid diff here, we win, you know, already came. I'm gonna keep diving bots. Probably wasted ult there. Team comes, we leave. I full clear here. There's nothing on the map, right? Look, nothing on the map. I full clear. Nothing to do. I just full clear. Well, I guess here, like, I played a fight with my Darius. But yeah, my goal is just to full clear and only play reactive. And here, I'm playing reactive. Correct? What are you guys doing? Yo, my Darius is on the... He's going crazy right now. Guy almost died. Again, playing reactive. I just get back in here because they're still fighting. I come back. Kill the guy. Boom. Random snowball hitting me. Another contestant is coming back in here. I get the hell out of here. I can't play this shit anymore. They will win. I'm outie. My Nami dying? Well, don't give a shit. Get my item, get my cleaver. Now I'm playing to look to do something. I have bot side camps up, but there's a Herald. And I'd rather do a Herald here. I already spiked. I feel like farming 2 camps here doesn't really matter. Herald is kind of like a drawn camp too, so I'd rather just make a play top side. Surprised this guy lost 1v1, not a lot. This guy doesn't even have an item. I just pushed his next wave, then I played a pull Herald. Because Nunu just showed bot. I take his camps. Oh yeah, I take his... Actually, I do his camps here. And I... Because it's Chemtech map, I take the advantage of using the Blast Plant. I get a free kill mid. And then I pull Herald, I think. Make sure you get the kill. Do my Raptors. Oh, right, yeah, my Raptor got reset, so I got triggered. I just burnt all for fun. Now I'm just not scared here, because I have 2 items. And I have people behind me. Now we just do Herald. And I base right away. And I just buy a Call Fields. And I play for Drake as soon as possible. Most people would do the Krugs here. Why? It doesn't give you anything. Just base, play for the next objective on the map. The Dragon. Objectives win you games. Or you play for items while objectives are down. Play for gold, play for camps, play for kills. But ideally, you want to translate your lead into objectives. Because your champion is not a great sieging champion. Or not insane Baron taker. So you want to play Drakes. If you're like Sarah, I mean, playing for Baron 20 minutes and just playing for your own items, a lot more OP. Just keep farming everything on the map. This red's up. I'm just trying to eat everything. See, I'm just taking every camp that I can. It's my my champion identity is to farm. Let me go back, sorry. Yeah, they're just fighting me here. But I have Merc Tread, so I don't feel like I can really die. Use the ult to reposition. So you can use your ult and your dash to reposition a lot. You see how I'm like playing really on the line. Playing with the HP I can get, even if I'm getting low. Doesn't really matter. Ends up being nothing. I think I dropped the Herald here because they're pretty low. Kappa, I drop it mid. Let's walk mid and drop it. Play another fight here. Get another kill. And I played the Herald mid here. And then I let my team do that, and I play for camps. Because, you know, it gives your jungle, when you complete your jungle item, you get a lot more, like, value from clearing camps. So, ideally, you always prioritize clearing camps over hitting towers. I'm just farming for my item, get my item, base. I don't do my Krugs. I already have my item, right? So I base. See that they're making a play top? I run straight top using the plants at my disposal, the tools around the map at my disposal. I get in here. I think I just like... I just have no fear. I just get in there. I just don't give a shit. I'm not scared. Like, I just walk in here. Don't give a shit. I Merc Treads, I'm Maw. I just play on the line. Smoke screen Nivea so he can't see me, so he can't damage me. I reposition towards my team. Maybe the flash is unnecessary. I kite all the abilities. I mean, honestly, I play this fight pretty crazy, no lie. They actually are so dizzy from this fight. I hit that plant to reset my Maw. I wasn't able to reset my Maw though. I think I thought I had my Maw reset here because when you have your Maw procs, you get Omnivamp, if I remember correctly. So I'll be healing off this Baron and it won't do damage to me, but I didn't realize until like after I'm like, wait, my Maw didn't reset. But yeah, I'm just baiting here. 3 people are dead. I probably have to get out of here in a second. You see, I thought I had my Maw proc. I was like, why am I dying right now? Because I wouldn't be dying here if I had Maw procs. I stay on it. And I realized, okay, I actually can't do it. Let's go play with my team. Nearly thought we were still doing it Baron, so we thought, like, I mean, I don't know. He's kind of stupid, low-key. I hit the plant here after Darius pull, so, you know, Real just instants to us. And we go back to pulling Baron. And we just do Baron here, and now we play for your Drake. I just base right away, get whatever I need. I just do whatever it camps, because there's nothing to do at the time. And I just play for the objective. Let's just play from here. Yeah, I'm just trying to do something. Look, I'm trying to get in there. Look at me, look at me. Anyone see this shit? Dude. Is this not the most Chad fucking Graves gameplay you've ever seen, by the way? Like, no fucking fear? Like, I have no fear. I don't give a shit. I am not scared. Holy shit. Dude, this champ is OP, for sure. So I'm pretty sure Ku's Baron cut down. Just FYI. I think I'm buying Sundersky next. See, I don't even farm my camps unless, like, there's nothing to do. I just fight. Fighting is always better. Okay, I could have played this better. Let's go back. So, here this is fun, right? So I just hit Q. I think here, I should Ard. I don't know why Eden. I should have Ard and kept playing my team in reposition. I don't know why I played for a Nivea kill. That's a mistake I made there. Troll death. I think here I farm for my Sundersky and I base right away and I get back on the map. It's a very big item spike, so I should play for it, to be honest, even though I'm already strong. I mean, it makes me legit unkillable. This guy randomly dies. I just get in here. And again, I just fight. Oh, my flashes are kind of like funny in some fights, but it's okay. Okay, I mean, I don't know. Zahen's OP. Go off the camps, push this wave in. Base. Get red potion here. Pinks. Play for the next objective. Here, I think Zehen was pushing top right, and you see here. So I just went straight at him. I'm like, I feel like I can kill him. I feel like Zehen's only OP if he can, like, get his stacks on me, which give him a lot of ED. kind of pretty well, I would say. Dude, what is that champ, man? I think their whole team is coming up here, so yeah, see the goons are coming. Smoke screen's Nivea, so this allows me to reposition more. So you can see how smoke screen it can be used as Graves. And I think they just all die. I mean, like, trying to get my E stacks, no fear. I mean, I can't really die. I have Nami healing, Sundersky, Sky, I have an Ahri backing me up. This is what it looks like when you play Graves at a higher level. You just should not be afraid. And that's pretty much the game. Let's go into the next VOD. Yeah, I don't really lie. It's kind of random. But yeah, I ran out of Graves VODs. I ran out of Graves VODs just now. So yeah, if you guys want more VODs on Graves, just check out the next future uploads on my channel. And check out the second channel. There's also a Graves video there. You can check down in the description below. And just check out the streams. I'll be streaming a lot on this patch. And then, you know, I'll be taking a slight break towards the end, like next week or towards the end. And I'll be back and playing more. But yeah, I'll be playing a lot of Graves on stream. A lot of Invading Graves, a lot of Kindred whenever I can. If I feel like Graves is banned and like I'm kind of want to play Kindred. And just other Hubris type champions where, you know, Hubris is the best item on the patch. Simple as that. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, check out my stream, check out the future uploads on this channel. There's like 4 Graves videos I have that are going to be released throughout the next week and a half. It should be a very long one tomorrow that you guys can watch. Otherwise, yeah, check out the stream. Yeah, sorry, I thought I had more. Oh, I thought I had like 3 more, but it blows. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Appreciate all the support, and hope it doesn't feel like it was too rushed, this guide, but I really wanted to get it out for you guys. It took me over, like, took me the whole night to make it. Well, not the whole night, but at least like 6 to 8 hours to make the slides, to make the, you know, take breaks, think about like what to say, and like, you know, so on and so forth. So yeah, so I know you see this Graves guide. Yeah, I already made a YouTube video on that, so yeah, there's no point to use it. But yeah, go look in your climb, guys, and I hope you guys, you know, climb along on this patch. It's one of the best patches to have fun on, I can say for sure. And I haven't said something like that in a long time, if you guys have followed me for a long time.